Oh, thank you. Look at this. A glass of cold water, brand new folders. To what do I owe the honor of being treated like an actual person? First up, the St. Louis Rams. 5 of the players on the Rams doing the hands up, don't shoot protest in honor of the tragic death of Michael Brown. But the issue here is not that. It's actually the St. Louis Police Officers Association's response, demanding from the NFL and the Rams that these 5 players were tasteless and be punished severely. You know, I don't know about you folks, but to me, nothing says the St. Louis area police learned the lessons of Ferguson like demanding that unarmed blacks in innocuous behavior be punished severely for nothing. Those law enforcement guys in Missouri, they get it. All right, enough of that. Mickey Rourke. Who doesn't love Mickey Rourke? I know, everybody. Mickey Rourke, did you see this? Disgusting old Mickey Rourke had a boxing match. He's age 62, it was in Russia. Look at this. Does he not look like a hot dog you left in the microwave too long? I used to think that the grossest part about this whole thing was his leathery reptilian skin. It's actually not. It's actually the story behind it. The guy who he fought is some homeless drifter living in a van down by the river that they paid to go over to Russia to fight, and then allegedly, according to British media, was paid to take a dive. You know what? It's amazing to me. If there's a bigger critique on how the 1% live in our dystopian times, it's this. Oh, Mickey Rourke, can't you go back to making the Expendables 4? Ryan Fitzpatrick is back in the news, had a good game last week, but actually he was shown up by his little boy. His little boy, it turns out, I'm not sure how old he is exactly, but turns out the kid is very good at math. For his benefit though, I hope he's not too good at math or they don't show him statistics, otherwise he might find out his father is decidedly mediocre at his job. And I know that's mean, but I don't know, it's America. Poor Jay Gruden. How do you not feel bad for Jay Gruden and the Washington Redskins? He's been handed just a complete sandwich. He's trying to eat his way through, and that can't be easy. It's not that people are upset that RG3 got benched per se. It's that they somehow think that they're better offensive minds than Jay Gruden. You know what would help this whole situation? Everyone keeps talking about, oh, RG3 is the victim of the offensive line, and he doesn't fit in this, and he doesn't fit in that. If only we had 2 other quarterbacks who worked behind the same offensive line, yet statistically were able to do things like score points and not get sacked as much, or throw things that weren't just sideways screens, and yet maybe also be beneficial, just for evidence sake, if they were actually sorry-ass quarterbacks themselves. Oh wait, what did you say? You said Kirk Cousins and Colt McCoy are actually in DC and have done that this season? Well, I guess that changes the debate. Look, Robert Griffin III might wind up going to another team and, like Mark Sanchez, be a phoenix and rise from the ashes, but Subway Bob's days in DC, they're over. Ray Rice, the man who has drawn 1,000 hot takes, is back in the news. He won his appeal, essentially accused the NFL of double jeopardy. In arbitration, they agreed. He's welcome to go back to a team. I won't give you the Skip Bayless nuclear hot take that this whole incident with his wife has actually been good for his career, but here's what I will say. Here's Ray Rice in court, and here's Ray Rice on the field. See how he's holding the ball? Now, you know how well he did that in the last season he played? 3.1 yards per carry. So, listen, there's never a good time to lay your hands on a woman. There's never an appropriate circumstance where that works. But if you're going to do it in the NFL, where they don't really care about that kind of thing, the least you can do is have 5 yards per carry. If you don't have that, best of luck to you when it comes to your employment. You know, it's funny, only 27 years old and already hit the wall. Hope you saved your cash, Ray. Oh my God, is this the saddest story on the face of the planet? Here is DeMarco Murray, now a Dallas Cowboy. Here was his University of Oklahoma teammate, Brendan Clay. Here's a story if you haven't heard. DeMarco Murray, it turns out, according to Brendan Clay on Twitter, was having an affair with his wife. Let me be honest, I'm a married man, couldn't be happier, best decision I ever made in my entire life. And adultery is devastating, it hurts lives. But listen, if you're committed to robbing someone, you're committed to robbing a bank, might as well be Fort Knox. Oh, DeMarco, you dirty dog. And last, but certainly not least, it's the week after Thanksgiving. Here's something I know about you. You ate some shitty food this past week. You know how I know that? You probably ate turkey. Turkey is the Mickey Rourke of birds. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. How many times have you gone to one of your yokel relatives' homes, looked at this, put it in your mouth, it dried everything like you were eating a fistful of sand, and you have to lie to your relatives saying how good it was? No more. No more. I am tired of going to Thanksgiving homes and chewing through drywall like I'm Tom and Jerry just so I can have a good time. I'm done. I'm done with it. The next time one of your relatives does this, and I know that they do, when they come up to you and they say, you know what, if the turkey doesn't work, we could always just go to Popeyes. Turkey, I'm going to Popeyes.